Good morning, everyone. Hope you're having a pleasant day today. So I'll be analyzing the pairs that I normally trade, and the first pair that we'll be analyzing now is EURGBP. So without wasting time, I think it's best for us to go and get it. So what's going on here? This analysis, or rather in this analysis, I'll start it in the daily time frame. And if you see the daily time frame, overall structure really, man, it's going to the downside. You can see here, so this was our last break of structure going to the downside. But even though the break of structure is indicating price, it is indicating that price is going to the downside, but the internal structures is indicating either way. So probably this will be more like a dip pullback, so that we can see that let's say push of price to the downside when price gets to this big zone there. But for now, let's take advantage of what's going on and the internal breaks of structures. Cool. Now if you're looking here at this internal break of structure, we're able to see that it's really going to the upside. So likely possible, let's say possible buying opportunities are mostly favorable, and we like to see price come here so that we can capitalize on those buys, or here so that we can capitalize on those buys. Now price here, it's really, let me put this to okay, see, where is that tool now? It's not here, I think it's this one. Cool. So ideally, possible buying opportunities, or buying opportunities that are most probable to play out, are buying opportunities that are in the discount, and this zone is in the discount, and also this one is in the discount. But what's going on here? Price changed character in the daily time frame, and then when it changed character in the daily time frame, wicked, so it didn't close below this low. So I don't know now if price is ready to go to the downside, but it changed character here, so we're kind of hoping that probably this low, this high I mean, would be strong to push price to this supply and demand zone. But other than that, we're just monitoring on what's going on now, and we are kind of seeing like more like a correction type of pattern, but not into patterns like that. But that's what we're seeing right now, and hopefully price is going to go a bit low. But if it ended up breaking above here, it's still okay. We'll be looking for those buying opportunities if that happens. But for now, I think we should try to wait and see what happens. We would love to buy when price comes here, but you know, we can't really force price. We need to monitor what's going on here. Now let's go to the 4-hour time frame, because things they are more, let's say, better. So we see that price is going to the upside here. So this 4-hour break of structure was the daily internal break of structure, and with that we're able to see that price is really going to the upside. But if you look at what's going on here, still a lot, man. Okay, let's say analyze something. I'm seeing something here. So price change character here, let's just use this tool. Okay, let's fix that. Let's see, 15 for a chalk. Let's go to this. Just want to see, let's see. Cool. So price change character here, and then when it changed character there, and then it formed this internal 4-hour break of structure. So this was actually our first internal break of structure. You see, so price broke here, so we're kind of now trading within this. Let me write this. Don't know why I didn't analyze this, but I think probably it's because I actually know what's going on. But I think for the sake of the video and for the sake of people that are actually tuning in, it will be much easier for them to get an idea what's going on. So this is the internal break of structure, so let's fix that. Internal swing high, and then this is okay. Let's just I want to drag. Okay. Let's change that to this. Cool. So now internally, or rather, if we move, try to zoom out a bit, we are aware that price is really, you know, the overall structure is going to the upside, man, and we're kind of hoping price to come to these beautiful daily supply and demand zones, and then within these daily supply and demand zones there are some 4-hour supply and demand zones or zones that are not have been validated by price before. So now we're planning to capitalize on those. Now we are aware, right? We are aware. Let me just fix this. So this here probably would be the overall swing high. It's quite a lot. Let's see. Okay. And then what's going on now with this issue? Quite a lot. Okay, what was I saying? Okay, so this one is this fixed that. It's the swing high. So swing high. Perfect. Cool. So now ideally, right? Ideally, we want to see price change character here, and then we can capitalize on this low. Assume that this low is weak. Assume that this low is strong because it break this weak low, so it's quite a lot. But we're also aware that there are these structures that are happening, structure breaks that are happening within the internal break of structure. So it will be likely a good idea to be capitalizing in possible sells when you see that the internal 4-hour structure is going to the downside. But with that, let's follow price. So this price has been good in the sense of it's been mitigating previous price. So what I mean by that, if you notice here, let's remove here. So if you notice here, let's remove that, let's remove this. Price did come back here. So if you notice here, price is going up and been coming to these previous prices. So expecting to see the same type of, let's say, idea, type of movement. But you know, yeah. But another thing that is quite, you know, you have to consider is that, let's say, daily time frame supply and demand zones hold more weight than the 4-hour supply and demand zone alone, unless you scalping. So me, I'm not really a scalper nowadays. I'm more a swing trader in a way, because I like to, since I'm pretty occupied, man, so I don't have really enough time to be in the charts and be, you know, present in the chart during the day. So I rather try to observe the higher time frame movements. So yeah. Now what's going on? I would really like to be in possible, let's say, possible sells if I see a change of character. But for now, it's best to just observe those possible buys. But I would really love to see a change of character. Change of character meaning something like this: price goes right, and then change character, and then I would really love to be in those possible sells. But for now, it's just a big up movement, nothing really significant. A change of character will be here. If price break there, then I would definitely try to look for those sells. But for now, we observe, and then if I am in the market, I'll possibly try to take a possible buy here. So I'll end this analysis in the 4-hour time frame. Yeah, I won't go to the 15, and you know, because it would really require more time. But I usually make my trades in the 15-minute time frame, right? If price goes to this for our supply and demand zone. I'll go to the 15-minute time frame and then reanalyze or look at the supply and demand zone that hasn't been mitigated, and then look for my trade entries there. Then I'll make those trades. But yeah, man, this is it. This is EURGBP. Let's look at another pair. I'm not sure if I will be trading. I think this probably will be the last pair that I will be analyzing for today. So let's start here. I start in the daily. Okay, what is going on? So in the daily time frame, what's going on in EURUSD? Price did come mitigate a supply and demand zone that is there, swap liquidity below these lows, and then after that we're able to see a quite tough environment there. But overall, the structure is supposed to be going to the upside, man. Yes, overall, and this supply and demand zone here is weak to an extent that it didn't really break this low, so probably it's going to be chopped. It's going to be chopped, so it's going to be run through. So what I'm seeing here with EURUSD, I'm kind of saying that this low may be break, maybe this high may be broken. I'm seeing that the high broken, then possibly price going to the upside again. So that's what I'm seeing here. So let's go to the 4-hour time frame and see what's going on there. Okay, so for our time frame, what do we have first? First, we have this break of structure going to the upside, right? And then we have an internal break of structure indicating prices going to the downside. But at the same time, we are aware that price did come to this supply and demand zone before, but the supply and demand zone here failed to an extent that it didn't break this low. Now, with that in mind, we are not betting on it anymore. So we see, if you look to the left, there isn't any other supply and demand zone that is there, but we're kind of saying that price is also going to the upside. So let's try to follow it. But I would definitely like to see, let's say, if I were to be part of those cells, I would really love to see maybe a change of character here. If I would be participating on those cells, but for now, we are just probably going to be waiting. I don't think I'll be buying here. There isn't any significant zone here. All of this is just not making any much sense for now. We need to wait, and then if price does break above here, and then we'll be looking for those buys. But for now, let's just see what price is going. Let's see what price is doing. Sorry. So this is like the supply and demand zone. Cool, that hasn't been mitigated, and then if you follow price, you're able to see that this zone here, mitigated price there. Yep, I think this is just it regarding the 4-hour time frame here. Yeah, man. Gold there. I said that one was gonna be the last one, but I don't know now. Let's just look at gold and then we'll be gone, because there's a beautiful development regarding price. We see price has been chopping here for a while. It eventually did break above there, so there's a lot of development regarding price to an extent that we need to change this to this. Put it here. Cool. And then really what's going on Gold is just a mess, man. I don't wanna lie. It's just a mess. Perfect. And then let's just do this and that. Cool. So that's what's going on here. Let's look at the 4-hour time frame to see if there will be any improvement regarding price. Okay. So let's remove you, remove a lot of you. So this here would be, let's remove you, and then this here is going to go there, and then this here would be just the swing low. Then cool, so this is what's going on here. So let's look at, let's come back here. There's something I forgot to do, so let's fix that. But I want to see this zone also in the 4-hour. Cool. Let's go to the 4-hour now. Okay. Okay. Now we are here. Let's go to this big zone. So this zone is a daily time frame supply and demand zone, and then within this daily time frame supply and demand zone, we are trying to look for our supply and demand zone. And this is the zone that stands out for me. That zone hasn't been mitigated, but yeah. So let's drag it more to the left, to the right, I mean. This also zone hasn't been mitigated. Let's try to move the price now. So price went up and then mitigated this, whatever is going on here. Then positively, and went up again. Okay, didn't come back to this range here. So this range hasn't been mitigated. But what happened? So what happened was that price swapped liquidity below these lows. So let's have this too. So it took all the money that was there. Cool. But just moving with price now. Now we're kind of hoping that price may likely come back there. And then by coming there, price ever comes here, then we'll try to capitalize on those buys again. Trying to move with price until price says I don't want to buy anymore. So that's what I see with gold. Just that simple, man. You know, the idea is that you wait for price to come to those zones that you're mostly interested in, and then from those zones you look for trade entries in the lower time frame. And the lower time frame that I'm trading with is just the 15-minute time frame. This zone is beautiful to an extent that it did swap liquidity here, and then probably price is gonna come back here. This low may be protected, and then we try to buy until price tells us. Either way, yes, I think that's all for today. I'll see you guys in the next video. Enjoy.